Welcome back to CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas, and the ETBU Extra Show. We're live each Wednesday from CC's in Marshall, where if you come and eat during the show from noon to 1 p.m., the buffet, including the drink, is just $5. Hello, I'm Mike Midkiff, along with my broadcast partner in the booth on home games at Ornelas, Jason Souls, and now we're joined by Kendall Roberson, the running back for ETBU. He's a transfer from Wayland Baptist, and during the break, Jason said, I want to ask the first question. So we're going to let Jason ask the first question.
And really, it's more for you, Mike. I just want to give you a hard time. Fans who listen at home, when you hear Roberson, he's usually talking about Kendall here. Kendall, how do you say your last name so Mike can officially hear it here in front of everybody?
To be honest, I've heard Robinson, but it's pronounced Roberson. So, Robinson. As long as anything good's coming out of it, it's fine with me.
Not quite Duck Dynasty.
Matter of fact, Football Secretary Sharon Hall has texted me saying it's Roberson, yes, Mike. It's Roberson, not Robertson. I must have known a football player in my back past named Robertson or something. But, Kendall, the game against TLU, you had 172 yards rushing. Even though you lost, you were having a good game. What was working for you?
I'll tell you what was working for me. Shatter on the offensive line, Boffman, Charles Williams. We had Big Garcia out there and T. Scott. That's who all the praise goes to, man. Those guys fought their heart out. It was some times, man, I was stopped at the line of scrimmage, and I was pushing through by Charles, and those guys really just fought for me. So, honestly, it was nothing spectacular that I did. Everything, all the effort was coming from that O-line. And R.J. Hester on the receiver end was blocking off, and all the receivers did a great job. But it was just a fight. It was a real big fight, and everything and everybody on the team, of course, wanted to win, but it was some good things you take out of it. So ultimately, I didn't do anything special. It was really just all the fight from everybody else.
I'm kind of curious, when you get your number called and you got the play called, what's going through your mind as you come up to the line and get ready to snap and go?
Well, the play calls are great. Coach Walden does a great job of preparing us, and having Josh Warbington is just a mastermind. So whether the ball's going to me or elsewhere, you're confident in it. You have your pregame reads. Josh Roberson does an excellent job with the direction of the ball. So, really it's just play with heart. No matter what, whether you're getting the ball or not, go 100%. And so that's really the mentality that we have.
Jason, you have a question?
We've been blessed with a great group of running backs this year, and we were talking about Toy not being able to go last week. Going into the game, do you know, all right, I'm going to get 20 carries tonight or have the opportunity, or are you just as surprised as us when you see someone getting 20 carries in a game?
To be totally honest, it's so many dynamic, great running backs in there. This is the most fun I've ever had. You got Johnny Garrett, you got Jordan McNeil, you got Toy Glover, you got me, you got Billy Hashway, and all these guys, we're so interchangeable. You can put one of us in, one of us is liable to go for 20, 30, 40 yards. You got guys that's just so different but can do the same job. When Toy sat down this week, we knew we had to step it up for him and his part because he's done a great job this year. So J-Mac, myself, and Billy Hashaway, and Johnny Garrett, who is phenomenal, had some great runs in the game too, had to step it up. And we really never know what's going to happen. It's really all Warbs and Coach Walden's game.
Well, we kind of do because it was your turn. We had Toy go over 100 yards 3 weeks ago, and then Jordan the next week, and now it's your turn, and I expect Hashway or Garrett to have a good week this week. But silly question, but who would you rather be tackled by in practice? David James with a big clothesline around the neck, or Desmond Oliver falling on you? Somebody's got to be silly.
Oh, man. That is a good question right there. Man, those guys, I josh all the time with both of them, especially Big James, man. And James right now is getting a lot better and stuff. But I really wouldn't like to be tackled by either one of them, to be honest with you guys. I try to avoid those collisions right there, but those guys are great players as well.
Well, you're a transfer student in from Wayland Baptist to play for the Tigers. What do you like about this team? What do you like being a part of the ETB Tiger football program?
It's very selflessness. It's nobody is above each other. Everybody's working for the same ultimate goal. I believe everybody's on the same page. We want the same things. We're a brotherhood. It's a true brotherhood. Everybody gets along with everyone. When you make mistakes, everyone's there to cheer you up. Everybody's there to understand that, the little things is what happens to us in games, that gets us beaten, get those corrected. And that's what your teammates are for.
Now, do you guys talk about the importance of this being homecoming, know it's going to be a good crowd, and the little bit of extra excitement during the Tiger Walk maybe this week?
See, honestly, we want to leave. We understand it's homecoming, and we're all for that, but we play football, we're really just excited, to go out there and do the little things and get the win. We kind of try to leave all the distractions, a little extra stuff for everybody on the hill because, out here we're working hard to bring back something way, way big. And very long life lasting for each of us, you know. So we understand it's a big weekend and we want everyone to have a great time, but we're down there focusing on these Howard Payne and these guys over here who's trying to come in and, you know, destroy those plans. So ultimately, we really just want this this good conference win, the first game, first week of conference, and really just want to have a great week.
Tiger running back Kendall Roberson has been our guest here on ETBU Extra. Kendall, thank you for your time this afternoon here at CC's in Marshall. Best of the Tigers Saturday night as you beat Howard Payne in the homecoming game.
Thank you. It was a great opportunity. I appreciate both of you guys.
All right, Kendall, good to have you here today on the show. Coming up next, we're going to visit, since we're talking about homecoming, we're going to visit with the director of the Alumni Association, Director of Alumni, Allison Petit, to talk about homecoming activities this weekend on the campus of East Texas Baptist University. So don't go away. Coming up, more on ETBU Extra on the ETBU Sports Net.